Here we go. I'm back. We're doing some art today. Trying to get those art gains. Trying to get those regular gains. Gotta get everything. I just got to gain. Just got more. Just need more to do the things. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. I am going to call it the Drawcast now that we're beyond episode 100. Because why not? And we're going to do some stuff today. I got a little bit of a surprise for everybody. Bam. Today is just a commission day. It's Monday. I'm just working on stuff. This is something I drew, painted over a year ago, 2 years ago now, maybe. It's been a while. It's been a long, long while. And this is, man, this is a commission I did for one of my friends years ago, and I just kind of wanted to revisit it today. So that's really all we're going to do. We're going to talk about stuff. We're going to look at some other things. Hold on, I got to click a button. I got to click some stuff. I got to clear some things out. Get all this personal fine information out of the viewport so people don't steal my stuff. There we go. And yeah, I mean that's where we're at. That's what I wanted to do today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off these grid lines. I don't want to see these right now. Few extras. There we go. And yeah, so I just wanted to kind of take a minute. I only need the layers panel. I don't know why you're here. I've had a weird week. Everything I wanted to get done got busy, and now here we are. So we're gonna be off and about and doing some stuff. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome Blue Druid. Welcome Ace, Inferno, Sierra. I gotta open the YouTube chat too. Otherwise, how will the YouTube know? Cardboard, welcome. Let's pop that chat out. Bluest Druid, bluest. The most blue. Drew? Alright, Drew works. I'm a big proponent of finding like the first quickest thing I can say. And I want to say blue. I don't know why. But Drew works. Blue Drew. Snap the streamline for deadlines. Yeah, I need to streamline my deadlines. Absolutely. See what we got going on here. I just accidentally opened up OBS instead of the YouTube chat, and so I'm sitting here like, why isn't anybody talking? Why can't I see my own screen? What's going on here? Cardboard. Okay, we can see you now. There we go. Yeah, so this is something I made. This is huge, by the way. This was meant to be printed out and plastered on a wall, and this is really one of like the first big pieces I've ever done. There's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with it that I want to kind of pick apart. Like for one, yeah. So this is a good example. This is a good way for me to practice some more backgroundings because I have to fiddle with a lot of this. I got a good old Ice Crown in here, and I got these 4 characters. And for some reason, the troll is the biggest one, and they're supposed to be big, but he's huge in comparison to everything else. So there's a lot of things that I can like rip apart with this, and this is something I'm probably going to spend. I think initially I probably spent 20 hours on this. 20, 30 hours. But like I said, this was like one of the first commissions I ever took because my friend was like, you should do this for me. And I'm like, I've never done that. And he's like, let's do it. I'm like, okay, fine. And I drew some cool stuff. Like I really like this Frostworm back here. Like, oh, super happy with it. But yeah, it's just a lot of work that I can still put into it. And I think I've grown as an artist and as a person, and I think it's time. I think it's time to come back here. So like, I don't even know what's gonna happen because I think these are all embedded layers. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Fancy. Like, this guy should be like this big. He should be like this big. Oh yeah, they're all floating. I didn't draw legs. There's just nothing there. Nothing there at all. Like, oh, this is so good. So much fun stuff. Good memories, good memories. Okay, we're going to move that over here. This was 2 years ago, so this is back when I still really liked rendering things. As you can tell. This is actually, so about a year ago, I retouched up the characters. And so you can see a lot of like my line art and stuff is pretty similar to what it is now. Like here you can see there's a lot more rendering in like this helmet. It's a lot more of painting, and same thing with, yeah, a lot of this stuff. There's not a lot of the really dark line stuff that I do now. But there's just, yeah, there's a lot of little things that I want to nitpick because I have the time to. I mean, that's kind of the cool thing about doing commissions for your friends is you constantly see and talk to them, and as things change, it's like, yeah, you know what, we could do that. Let's do that. Let's have fun with it. So really cool that I can come back and do this, and I want to. So let's see what we got. I accidentally closed something. There we go. See how that updates. I don't know if that's gonna. Did I just break it? Let's see what happens. See if I do this. If I save that file, save. Boop, 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 boop. These are huge files too, because these are so big. It's so great. Corvus, David, welcome. There we go. It's just like, can't smart objects break things. This is gonna be half the episode just waiting for stuff to load. Yeah. Okay. So that already helped. Just changing the scale of things helped a little bit. So that's good. Now we just gotta fiddle with it more. All right, so let me get back in the chat so we can talk about stuff. Let's get in the voice channel chat. The Aggie software is up today, so all of my Patreon members are very welcome to jump in and doodle if you like. I'll be checking that from time to time. But aside from that, we're yeah, here we are. Feel free. If you'd like to, this could be more of an AMA today, I guess, if you just want to, like, yell at me about art, or D&D, or World of Warcraft, I guess, but... Indeed. You can always ask me anything. Whether or not I answer is very different. People playing Pictionary. That sounds like Hearthstone, I think is what you've done. You've created Hearthstone again. Didn't we talk about this last week? where your characters were like inside the game playing games? And it like broke my brain a little bit. Maybe it was someone else. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Hot damn. Look at all that. Look at all that unnecessary detail. It's so good. This is kind of a fun. If you've never worked on video games or done 3D renderings, this is kind of a cool little behind the scenes thing here. You'll notice that like I have smart layers inside of Photoshop, and right now this is basically just a back panel, and so you can see like none of this information matters because I'm going to mask it out after the fact. Kaslai, thank you. Welcome to becoming a hobgoblin. Yeah, that's awesome. I might have to, if you jump into the Discord, I think if you did that on YouTube, I will need to add you in the Discord. Maybe one of my mods can jump on that. If you don't get access to it, please let me know. But thank you very much for jumping on that. Welcome to the group. Yeah. So we have some cool stuff for that. So this is basically what we got going on here. We got a whole bunch of undead things and in that GoPro perspective, yeah, a little wide angle. Part of the thing that I wanted to touch on today was going to be how I have this incorporated currently. Like I have some smart filters on there. You can see that maybe they blur in and out. It might take a second to update on YouTube. But I did a lot of weird pushing with it to try to make it pop a little more, and I'm not happy with it. I'm just not happy with it, so we're going to adjust that a little bit. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. I should have new videos coming out this week. I have 2 videos in the pipeline right now. I've been saying this for like 2 weeks that I have videos coming out, and they just keep getting pushed back over and over again. But they're working. They're working. We have a new Why You Should Play, and we also have the Patreon Drawfee episode, which is going to be really fun. Not related to the actual Drawfee people, but by any means. Yeah, we wish. But so that would be coming out soon. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag kind of stealing their stuff. So. Well, we just pretended we were until we were. We faked it till we maked it. That's how we do. Oh, there's so much good stuff. I'm just spending all this time just staring at an old piece of art that I did. It's just like, this is good. I like this. Like this shoulder, like I have all this great shading and then just not right here. Like why do that? What? For what reasons did I just give up on that shoulder? I have no idea. It's not bad. It's not a smart object, I don't think. Okay, it's not a smart object, so I can just paint it. I can just paint over this crap. This is great. So we're going to go ahead and just start fixing this stuff, because I can. For those of you... I can, yeah.
Yes.
Did you ask if this one was a necromancer? This one right here is Kevin the Necromancer. You can see his name is Kevin right there. Kevin the Necromancer. Yeah, and then we got jump rope over here. Yeah. For World of Warcraft, Kevin the Necromancer is a warlock. Pretty much all the time. Like, there's not a lot of time that it's not. So this is going to be interesting, because this is going to be a lot of painting, which could be fun. I haven't done that in a long time. That's one of the reasons I kind of wanted to get back into this. Is like there's a lot of stuff that I've done in a year that I haven't really had time to fiddle with. Whoa! Gotta watch out for that. But oh yeah, lots of good stuff. So this could be just fun in its own right, because painting in Photoshop is, I don't know. I used to like it. I used to do it all the time, and I just slowly stopped enjoying it for some reason. And I think really what happened is my yep, okay, no, be cool. Cool. It's too hot, and so like whenever I touch the screen with my hand, it like thinks I'm trying to shift everything over. I gotta get one of those like fingerless glove things that all the cool kids have. Oh, a new one. I see how it is. I've already got one of those. Oh, damn, that glove's so cool. Yeah, they just got it to have it. You just start seeing kids walking around with one black glove. I love the idea that someone wanted to steal it for fashion purposes, and then they're just like, I could never wear this at school, but everywhere else, oh yeah. And then one day, yeah, you like see them at the mall, and they're like, oh crap, and they just like run the other way, like, wait a minute, that's my glove, give that back. Yep. Give me that back, I need that for art. As the last name crossed off, it's like, this used to be yours. Mine now. That's funny. I was really paranoid about that stuff because, well, I didn't have a lot of money when I was growing up, so like getting a calculator was like, oh yeah, I have a thing now that I don't have to borrow from everybody. And so when I got it, I engraved my name into mine. I was like, no one will ever steal this from me. But yeah, I was pretty paranoid about that stuff. I had one weird experience where somebody stole my CD player. Which once again, I'm old. And they didn't just steal my CD player. They stole my CD player, but they left the CD and my headphones. Like, they took the CD out and my headphones and set it down right where the CD player was. So I walked over to my stuff and I'm like, oh, haha, guys, very funny. And I looked at my friends because I'm like, all right, who's punking me? Because that's not cool. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, did somebody seriously just steal my CD player but not my CD? Like, you didn't want my mixtape that badly? You're just like, nope. All right, cool, great. So that was like the first time I was super insulted by criminals, but wasn't the last. Yeah, it's so dumb. So someone out there, I was like, all right, well, I hope you're enjoying that CD player, but you know.
Punk rock, I hate it.
Yeah, gross. Mm-hmm. That's pretty great. Yep. The other time I got punked real hard. I had someone break into my truck one time when I was in a different part of the state. So I wasn't near my house. It was just, I was somewhere else. And I walked out to my truck in the morning and I looked and I was like, huh. And all the doors were open and all the back of the tailgate and everything was just open. And I'm like, well, I didn't do that. That sucks. And so I walked up and I started like looking around. They stole my broken iPod, which just didn't work. And I was like, well, good luck with that. And then they stole a whole bunch of World of Warcraft trading cards that I had technically stolen from my friend who stole them from his brother. So it was kind of like I didn't really have any investment in them. It was just kind of a joke that I had them to begin with. But they trashed my truck, and that's what they took. And I'm like, there's like $40 just sitting on the seat, like in an envelope. They found the Warcraft cards, but not the money. And I was just like, all right, I guess I'm gonna buy. Yeah. The thing that I was most upset about is I had like a 3-hour drive home without an iPod, and so I was just like, dang it. I don't have any music. Well, it was a piece of crap, and so like I couldn't put any new music on it, and so I just had the library I had on it, and that was it, and it didn't charge well, and it was a piece of crap. But it was like not having any music was just kind of like adding the insult to it of like, dang it, can't even try. So crime is weird. You know, you might have just dropped it, and someone put it up there as like someone will be back for this. Ooh, that's rough. That's a scary feeling. Oh, I'm not gonna get fired. I'm gonna be thrown in jail. That is stressful. That is so stressful. Sucks. Welcome, welcome. It's called to. Yeah, you sound pretty good. Did you get a new microphone? Nice. Congrats. It sounds great. It sounds real good. Yeah. Oh, on the laptop? Because Discord down at the bottom, you can switch it to push to talk if you want, or you can have it just only break when you talk. Shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, down at the bottom, you can click on the cog, or you can click on just like if you just want to mute yourself, you can flick the other thing on. Yeah, I guess Jonas, welcome by the way. So this is an old. I'll reiterate what I'm doing. This is a commission piece that I got commissioned to do 2 years ago that I still haven't finished. Because I did finish it, and then I'm friends with the person that commissioned it. Dang it, get out of here. And I just keep kind of coming back to it and fiddling with it. So I redrew these characters about a year ago. This is the final piece as it stands now. So I got the characters, and I got Ice Crown in the back. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to revisit it and clean some things up and look at some things. Yeah, good old Warcraft time. Got a lot of fun stuff going on here. So yeah. So I'm just, what is this blur? What is this blur I put on the character? Oh, that was a bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have clicked on that. Womp womp. There we go. I can't tell what that does. I hate when I do that, when I like have a filter and I have no idea what it actually does. But I got a little Ice Crown here, and I got the characters up. And yeah, I'm just painting. Just painting today. Just hanging out. Adding some detail, doing some stuff. Just gonna make it look good. Aggie is up if you want to doodle. What was that? Yeah, happy little ice chasm full of the undead. Why not? Is it not up? If it's not up, did I might have posted the Aggie and then deleted it. Let me check. Let me double check. I am drawing a commission for World of Warcraft commission. Give me 1 second here. Boop. Okay. Let me do this. Let me get this button. Bam, 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 bam. Yep, that works. Boop. There we go. That one should work. Sorry about that. I hope that. Tell me if that link doesn't work. But I'm trying to make a very good habit of basically never having Discord streamed. That way, like, nobody's stuff will ever get shown on accident. So, whenever I what? Why do I have 4 tusks? That's oh, that's because of the helmet. I remember now. It's like, did I just double up the head there? What's going on? That is actually a really funny artifact from that specific helmet in World of Warcraft, and I'm a nerd. Anyways. They're little tiny, like, bone things with little skulls all over them. So, A lot of this stuff. She's controlling it. It's got a little. I'm gonna turn off the brakes for the moment. How much do I take? I take as much as I can. No, I have a. If you want to commission something from me, you can just DM me and we can talk about it based on what your drawing is, or how much you want. Normally, I usually charge about $80 for a full body print. That's totally legit. I have no qualms with that. Yeah. And I applaud that. Like if you like, the thing is, it takes me time to do commissions. And so I'm very much, I would rather someone be very happy with someone else's artwork if they can't afford, that sounds weird, if you can't afford my artwork, because the time that I need to put into it, I need that much money for that time. So so it's like, if you can't afford that, that's fine. I'm not mad at you. I don't care. Definitely find someone that's in your price range that is willing to do the work for you. And if it doesn't work out, I have no beef with that. And especially if we can find someone else in the Discord that, can do your art for you, that's great too. I'd much rather see people happy with great art and things that they love than trying to break the bank to have other people's art, specific type of art. Trying to get a good app for starting out with. I'm a big fan of GIMP. Is a little complicated. Trying to think, is it Crete? Yeah, I guess it depends on your. Okay. Just yelling at the program, do it. Thank you. Ooh, fancy. Free software. Hey. It might. Something weird happened here. I got blinded by a solar flare or something, and now I can't see in one spot. I think the sun hit my the windshield of my car and just shot through the window and burned a hole in my brain. Yeah. And it's right where I'm trying to draw. It's dang it, get out of here. Can't see. That's very possible. It could just be that I'm too tired right now. Yeah. And as you're drawing stuff, feel free to share that with the Discord, because it'd be great to see those. Definitely a lot of good people here that can help you out, get better at art. Something to just keep working on. I have one how to draw video currently, and I got one in the works. Yeah, I need to figure that out. That's something I need to work on actually making like tutorial videos, because you know, I could make it a how to draw skulls video pretty easily. I think it's how to draw armor is the first one I did, because someone specifically like, hey, can you show me how you do that body armor stuff? And I was like, I guess so. So check those videos out. Yeah, if you want to know how I draw Warforged, it's just a bunch of lines followed by other lines that connect. That's it. That's how you draw Warforged. Just normal drawing. The trolls in WoW are so great. Yeah, I like them a lot. Yeah, I don't know what I've done. Like the armor, I think the things I did with the Warforged, I've been drawing the same type of like mechanical, biomechanical armor for a long time. So it's something I practice a lot. I did it for a video game for a while, and yeah, it just worked out. And so I just did it a lot. I do it very quickly. And so when people ask me, like, how do you do that? It's like, I don't know. Because it happens so fast. It happens so fast. I have no idea. This is too dark. How you doing over here? And, oh, lizard folk. I don't know why I thought that was a lizard folk. Just gotta watch Evangelion a bunch. Do we get people to do that yet? Did we get them to go check out the 7 minutes of actual combat that are in that show? Huh! Hunter's back. Well, welcome back. Take it to a private room. You know, if you two need to. If you two need some alone time. That doesn't. Oh, I thought you said it was a rumor. I thought you meant like you having a girlfriend was a rumor. No, it's just a rumor. Man, what is going on here with my glasses? I forgot to do all the swirls. Gotta do the swirls. Like we stopped talking? Or we actually, like, volume got quiet? Did we shift gears to the bromance? There we go. Ooh. after the stream. There've been a handful of times. When I forget to disconnect. I just like walk away. We've talked a little bit about this before. Remember to get your sleep, everybody. Sleep is important. It's one of those needs that your body has. Food, sleep. Yeah. Definitely. Stress-induced insomnia doesn't sound good. Okay. I don't know. I don't have any response for that. I'm sorry. That sounds poop. Push-ups. Push-ups, Jonas. No. Don't wanna. That's not how this works. Let's see. You don't have to do push-ups when I do stuff without eyes. I have to do the push-ups all the time. No, I think a lot of my Warforged stuff is basically just, can I draw Iron Man and make it look cooler? I think that's been my whole goal the entire time. Like, I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what any of that is. But no, that's kind of what the... Oh, like a tin can? Gotcha. Tin can. I thought you said like teen camp, and I'm like, I don't know if that's an offensive thing that I just don't understand what you're talking about, or... But bean can makes a lot more sense. Bean powered. There you go. You've discovered your new thing, is you can draw cans real fast. Beans. Was used to caricature it, so is that like a self-portrait of you as a can of beans? Actually helped. I don't know what that means. Do you remember that old video but with the pigs? I'm not sure where this conversation is going. Whoa. Let's do this. I think yeah, you can kind of see where I started erasing my lines. When I started working on this stuff, I think I want the lines back. I just like them. More. This sword's got to be fixed, though. Oh, no. Dang it. I drew all that on the wrong layer. Fantastic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go... Control X. We'll go to the correct layer, Control Shift V, and then merge it down. Merge down. Do I want that brightness level on there yet? I feel like I do, but at the same time I kind of don't. What time is it? 4:30. Okay, we're doing all right. Are you watching both? I think most people only do one or the other. So I'm totally fine if you are in the Discord. You probably don't have to have the audio for the YouTube going. It's just me quietly going crazy. Just breathing into the microphone. Trying not to be affected by all the weird conversations that happen in the Discord. Oh, woe is me. And my blight of people. The gunblades, indeed. I don't know why gunblades bothered me so much. It just seemed like Final Fantasy VII was weird. Like, let's just say it's just weird. Like the Buster Sword is just huge, and Barrett's got the giant arm, like arm Gatling gun, which nobody else seems to have. Like, are there more people that have Gatling gun weapon arms? They have to. Because, I mean, like, you find the arms that are guns all over the place. I mean, I feel like those have to be more readily available. Yeah, you don't have to. That was a pretty weird explanation. I mean, that was an accurate. That was absolutely 100% accurate of what Final Fantasy VII is. It's just, yep. Yeah. See, this has to be here like that. I'm struggling today. I had a long day today. I'm glad I got to come back to this. Let's do this. I don't know what that word means. Oh. Your own language? Gotcha. I understand. I understand now. I feel like the chat has now just been taken over by a bunch of tired people talking talking nonsense. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Worth of 40 minutes. Pigs talking about oats. Okay. So that looks a little better. You don't have to. You don't have to post what you don't want. We're fine. I'm gonna save this real quick. Let's do that. That should update the other pages. It's not. It's actually from the Zandalari expansion, I think. I think so, yeah. Maybe it is. I don't know. How do you... You're not wrong. Let's just put it that way. Like, that's absolutely not from the correct expansion. The point is, it doesn't matter. That is a moot point. There is an artifact right here. Oh God. Oh well. Nope. See, that's not good. Yes. Yeah, I got all shaky there for a minute. That was weird. Nah. That's good. Yeah, homebrew campaigns are fun. You got everything worked out, you think, or is there something you still gotta get going? Well, my trick for not railroading people is to railroad them. Just do it. Like it doesn't matter. If you walk into a town and you say, "Hey, there's a dragon about to attack," and they're like, "That's fine. I'm going to the blacksmith." It's like, still have the dragon attack. Like, don't wait for them to be done. Like that's the thing about railroading is it's one thing to be. I think the issue with railroading is if like, oh, you walk into the town and you go to this specific place and there's a guy there and you talk to him. It's like, okay, this isn't fun. But the correct way to railroad is to only have 2 or 3 things going on in the world, and then regardless of what your players want to do, if they want to just wander around and do other stuff, it's like cool. Those things are still going to happen, and then you guys will have to deal with the fallout of not being a part of the main story. I do always like it when a boss is defeated by a different adventuring party and then they become famous. And then your party's like, wait a minute, what? Who are these guys? Well, that's cool. Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, I do that a lot with my games. I don't actually ask for like what city do you want to be in, so that's kind of a cool addition to it. But definitely like having their input is really good. I think once again the story should be told by the players as much as the DM. So I think that's great. And then since you're homebrewing it, like yeah, you can have your whole story happen wherever. You just got to put it in the right place for the combat. That's pretty cool. Spelljammers are pretty dope. Pretty dope. Speaking of Final Fantasy, you've found, that sounds really funny actually. That like you find a spelljammer, but then after like you describe it, like wait, is this just a boat? No, it's definitely a spelljammer. Hoist the mainsail. just a boat. You just gave us a boat. No. No, it's definitely not just a boat. Definitely not just a boat. Dang it. Sure, yeah, you find that magical MacGuffin. Like, that sounds legit. Not sure if that's racist or not, but we'll scoot by that real quick. It is kind of funny. Sure. But yeah, I think that's really fun. Unfortunately, like, that is railroading as well. Like, okay, they're gonna get a spelljammer. It's like I think people are kind of scared of railroading because of the negative connotations to it, when really railroading is very much I don't know how to say it. Losing. I mean, that's technically, yeah. I mean, if you're writing any story, having the endpoint kind of figured out is railroading. Like, you having a path is the storyline. But I think people talk about railroading more as a bad thing because DMs take away the agencies from the player. And so there's nothing wrong with having a very linear storyline without the DM, like, cramming you through it. Does that make sense? Like, let the players figure out how they get through that story, but it's fine to just have a very linear storyline. I don't think that's bad at all. So what was the thing we were talking about over the weekend? It was like, yeah, all paths eventually lead to your story plot. Basically, you can have 3 or 4 different options, but they just all lead to the same thing. Like, it's totally fine. Like, people get upset. Like, the illusion of open world is sometimes better than actually having an open world. But especially. Orcus. Yeah, I don't know. Fighting the Raven Queen sounds like a bad idea, but maybe she's not so nice in that universe. Ah, crap. Yeah, Orcus is definitely a good classic villain. Yeah. Give me back my friends. Okay. It's how you get there that matters. Welcome to visual novels. Well, most of them. That's a good point, Elvin. Yeah, I mean, like, that kind of storytelling works really well, especially when it's a single event or a single point. So if you are playing like a video game where you can replay it over and over and over again, it's not as fun. Like, very linear storylines are like, okay, great. But when you're playing something like a campaign where you're really only going to do it once, it doesn't matter, whether or not you're guiding them through it. It's like, they're going to be done with it, and that's it. So having it multiple things that aren't going to be used ever can be really disheartening for a DM. So oops. In-play character. I once had to play 7 different characters as the TM because my party just kept picking them up and like, yeah, let's take them with us. I'm like, okay. Okay, great. Oh my goodness. You're breathing into the microphone. Yeah, keep going. Sorry, I was just fixing. Just 7 random kobolds. Yeah, see, that's... Oh, yeah. We've talked about that a little bit. No, he's evil. Goldtooth is very evil. Still evil. So what you were talking about was basically you wanted to have like a small percentage chance of you reintroducing one of your old characters as an NPC into the game. I have no problems with people doing that. I think it's fun. I think especially if it's a campaign that they played, having their character show up as kind of NPCs isn't bad. In fact, it can be very. Say that again. Yeah, it's an Easter egg, and that's great. The problem I see people having, which I've seen people do, is like, oh, look, there's a dwarf here, and like, oh, hey, that might be my old character. And he died because he was an idiot. It's like, okay, so you're just an asshole. I get it. That's cool. Like, introducing their characters in a way that they would like, and maybe even in passing, like, oh, there's a grand story of, or possibly maybe a polar bear decided to open a brewery and now has his own type of ale that he sells to people. Like, that's the Easter egg that I like, and that's how I introduce my old characters into the story. And sometimes they do take, active roles in progressing the story. I think doing it as a random chance, very small, like that's a lot of buildup that may never happen. Whereas if you had just decided I'm going to interject this character in this part of the story for this purpose, I think that's going to be a lot more fun and kind of invigorating to the characters than it would be to just be like, oh, and randomly, oh, look, I rolled a 100, Goldtooth shows up, and they're like, bull crap, like, right? It's like it seems less. Yeah. If it makes sense, definitely put them in there. Sounds like a DM that doesn't know how to make template encounters or rules that is needed. That's a chill brew. Yeah, I mean, like, or you passively hear townsfolk talking about a dragon and a kobold that have a family off in the wilderness somewhere. It's just like that's a fun way to introduce old characters without having to be like make them. Yeah. I really like having old campaigns kind of bleed over as Easter eggs, but they really have to just not take over. I think like looking at Critical Role again, because why not? They're great at it. Mercer's really good at that kind of thing. Who's on the Teltori Council? Every time somebody says that, one of them dies. Like, that was the best thing. Because the players are like, what's happening to our old characters? Quick, tell us. And Matt is just very, very good at kind of working around those questions. And I think that's a great way to look at it. Like, you don't want to have your old campaign bleed into your new campaign, because then people have old memories and old attachments. It's like, that needs to be its own thing. You can definitely hint at it. You can talk about it. You can even give more information on what happened after the old campaign. But the focus needs to remain on the new characters. So it's just good to be really careful about that kind of stuff. I'm going to take some of the gold. Right? Yep, that's it. Actually, that's a good point. Is it in the book? A normal person. That's the thing about alignments, man. It's like, what alignment are you? I don't know. I do things by actively thinking about them and then making rational decisions. Same. Like, most people are like that. His proclivity for slavery and torture. See, okay, so we'll stop that right there. I'm gonna pause it, because if we want to have an actual discussion about alignments, we should have a whole discussion about it one day, because that's how long it's gonna take. But yeah, let's have a philosophy class someday about the alignment chart. Because really, I mean, once again, I think the alignment chart should be used as a baseline for people to be introduced to thinking about their characters. And then as soon as they kind of understand that in game, you throw it out the window and you keep track of it as a DM. And that's it. Yeah, I think it's just... I don't think the players get to choose. That's really my whole beef with it, is that you basically have to decide what you want to do with the alignment charts at the beginning of a game, and then you need to stick to that. So if it matters a lot to a DM, then it has to continuously matter. Otherwise, you just kind of let it go as it is, and let the DM decide how the player's actions, not what they think they are or not, matter more than... I said that wrong. The player's actions matter more than what the characters think their characters are. I'm chaotic good. You just stabbed a random guy in the face. So think that all you want. But the people of this town saw you stab a guy. They're going to treat you like you're the evilest person they've ever met, because you probably are. Like, that's just how that goes. So, I don't know. I think there's always an argument for players to there's always an argument for players to make about that, but it's kind of just a moot point in my mind. I really wish they wouldn't, because that's the biggest thing for me, which is just like the chaotic stupid players really make the game not fun for me. It's the same. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Lawful stupid, chaotic stupid, it really is just... if you do everything for LOL random, then maybe don't play D&D with me. Because LOL random is not fun. It's not fun to plan for. It's not fun to DM. And it is not conducive to a storytelling environment. But maybe that's not the case. I mean, if your character is playing 100% literal, like literal of the like word of law to 100% literal, like everybody in the party has to agree to that, or it's not fun. It's really not fun. And that is like, that's a campaign you have to set up by itself. It's the same thing with evil campaigns. Like it's not something you can just decide like, hey, we'll be evil sometimes and not. So morality in Julius Caesar's and additional D&D alignment systems. Just level up instantly. You just instantly win the next combat? Is that a card? Oh. Interesting. Either way, I like the deck of many things, but it's once again, it's one of those controlled elements of randomness. Because if you give somebody a deck of many things at level 1 and just like pull them all out, why not? Like that's a bad idea. But if your characters are already like globetrotters and really powerful, and you give them a deck of many things, like that is the opportunity for new storylines, right? That's the difference. Versus someone that's just like, I walk into town, I'm just going to steal everything for no reason. It's like, you don't need to steal it, though. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to punch that guy in the face, and I'm going to burn the town down, and I'm going to see if I can convince all these people to make me their mayor. It's like, what? Like, none of that makes any sense. Any rational person wouldn't let you do that, no matter how you roll the dice. And so, yeah. I think that's the biggest beef I have with the little random. Is it kind of falls into the same people as the lawful stupid paladins and the seduction bards, because they're just like, the dice will prove me right in the end, and it's like, that's not a good way to tell a story. Like, there has to be some level of design to it. Yeah. That's pretty dope. I mean, the deck of anything has wishes. It's got levels. It's also got a lot of death. Oh, yeah. I think the argument I've heard is that there's more bad in it than good because all the good ones have already been used. But that's, once again, if you really do want to use a deck of many things, I think Coville talks about this. He is, once again, a proponent. I think proponent, that might not be the right word. He's okay with railroading real hard because he does it very well, and he's focused on narrative. So that makes total sense. And so with a deck of many things, yeah, taking out the things that you know will break your campaign, that's legit. Like that's the whole reason. It's like, what are some cool things that could progress the story and not break it? So if you are mad at items like the deck of many things because, well, it takes all the control away from me, it's like, change it. Like that's the whole point. And that goes into that same thing, like, haha, lol random. It's like, no, lol random is not funny. Lol random is why Mario Kart sucks. So I put that out there in the universe. Take that, Mario Kart people. I hate that game. The Coville screw? What? Oh, God. Yeah, I have a better. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a good goof. It's a good goof to make the seduction bard have to raise the family. But I really think that, once again, the seduction bard shouldn't be left up to chance. And it should be it's completely fixable by the DM giving autonomy to their NPCs. Like, if you really think about people, okay, this guy walked into a bar and he's going to try to seduce this person. How would that person react to the best pickup line they've ever heard? Yeah. yeah, sorry I'm married, but dang, that was slick. I'm going to buy you a drink. It's like, but I wanted to bang him. It's like, no, you got a free drink out of it. Like, that's the best you're going to get. That's the best opportunity you could have made right there. Or... Yeah. Exactly. Like, my favorite one is, like, trying to seduce the big bad evil guy. And it's like, cool, now I'm going to kill all your friends, and then you and I are going to go to my pleasure dungeon. And it's like, oh no, this was a bad idea. Okay, now the dragon is focused on me, and like, I'm okay with that kind of role, but like the outcome is very much the same as an intimidation role. It's like, do you want them to focus on you, or to you ignore you? Like, what's your intent of the seduction role? I want them to stop fighting us. That's not going to happen. Like, your best option is ignore you or focus on you. That's kind of what you get from that. I have had somebody roll like 3 really good intimidates. Like, they spent their whole turn like, I'm gonna intimidate these guys. And the first turn they're like, oh, what? That guy's big. I don't know. And then the second round they're kind of like, gee, this guy's terrifying. And then the third one is like, all right, we're gonna run. It's like, that's great. If you want to spend 3 rounds scaring off a pack of goblins instead of killing them, like, I just thumbs it up. You guys couldn't see it. Great job. Like, that's a perfectly good use of intimidate. But it's not gonna be an instantaneous like thing. That's why I love the rules for 3.5. You can never improve your opinion of you from negative to positive like in 24-hour period. Was it bloaty? I don't remember. What you're talking about there, Dalcor. But yeah. I mean, it really is. It's just part of the thing with the seduction and the intimidation and just generally trying to improve people's aspects of you. Animal handling is another example. It's like they can go from hostile to passive to friendly to like super friendly. But that's 4 rolls. That's 4 turns of you trying to convince somebody to do something. And I'm okay with that. I really like the idea that with Intimidate especially, if a whole bunch of goblins are running at you and you scream and they just kind of stop, like, maybe we don't fight that guy first. And then they just all turn to the cleric. And it's like, wait, that wasn't what I intended. It's like, hey, you should have rolled higher. Like, so I really like those kind of mechanics. And I feel like people don't use them a lot in game because people are so used to the extent of it, of being like, I'm going to seduce this guy. And then the big bad evil guy's like, okay, everybody stop fighting. I'm going to go bang this bard. It's like, that's what? Like, why would that ever happen? Maybe if you were fighting like a succubus, and specifically, they're like, maybe an arrangement can be made, right? So there are points where that kind of stuff is viable, but most of the time, I think people just try to cheese the game. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's the other thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, if the bard stops the fight, says, hold on, everybody, let me play you a magical song, and the big bad evil guy goes, yeah, I like that, sweet, come closer, and then they instantly kill the bard because they saw the opportunity to single them out. Like, is that what you wanted? Because that's what's going to happen. If the bard just walks up to the bad guy. I would also allow the other way, though. I have done that. It's like, if you walk up and you're like, I want them to be focused on me, looking at only me, rogue, why aren't you stabbing this person in the back? Like, that's perfect. And now I'm going to roll a sleight of hand to see if I can shank this person because I have all of their focus. Like, look at my eyes. They're so good. That's really how, like, RP and combat can be blended together. It's just, it has to be, in my mind, thematical, and it has to make sense because otherwise it is just like a video game and they're just cardboard. It's like, I roll seduction. They instantly love you. It's like that. No, that's not how that works. Yeah. Nat 20 is not. Man, there's so many memes about that online. But yeah, I'm absolutely on that boat. That a Nat 20 on a skill check is not an instant success. It is the best you can possibly do in that situation. My good example for this is someone saying that, oh, I have plus 20 to my acrobatics. I would like to jump to the moon, please. I rolled a Nat 20. It's like, okay, you die, I guess, because you jumped to the moon. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like you physically jump as high as you can, and it's badass. And you do a backflip, and everyone is really impressed. You don't land on the moon. I'm sorry. That being said, as a DM, I will generally not make this. So this is the other part. If the players are controlling the action that they're trying to do, that's the other problem with that. And that's like the bard saying, "I want to seduce the big bad evil guy." It's like, well, you can roll a seduction check, but what is your intent? Versus the DM, as the DM, I will never make a DC check for somebody that they cannot win with a 20. Because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if there's a gap that I don't want someone to cross, I will tell them, like, you cannot jump this. It's too far. And they're like, I really want to try. It's like, roll me an intelligence check first. You don't think you're going to make it. And then if they roll a nat 20, you don't make it. And I'm sorry, I warned you. Like, I think that's important for people to get across, that there are limitations to a character. Yeah. I have done that too with strength checks. Like, okay, you roll really high on that strength check. You're pretty sure if you hold on, which you can, it will break your hand. Like, like you just know this is gonna happen. So there's definitely reasons to go about that kind of stuff. Ooh, Jesus! Now it's past 10 at 5 o'clock. Let's do that. I'm so strong. Wasting a level 9 spell slot, if it saves somebody's life, is not a waste. That's what they're for. Alright, I'm going to save this. I think I saved that. Let's see what Jonas is working on. More snakes. Oh, what's this? Like a catfish monk? That's pretty dope. If your strength and your int and your wisdom don't equal your strength, you should absolutely try to stop every steamroller that tries to run you over. I'm gonna pick it up. Okay. I like to do this sometimes with characters that have like a really high dex or a really high strength. I'll basically like supersede it. Like you see something, can I pick that up? It's like, you know what? You are so muscular and you've spent so much of your life picking things up. You're pretty sure you can't pick that up. Like, your muscle intelligence is real good. You know exactly how much you can pick up, just like instinctively. Even though you don't know what the number is, you're just like, I can't lift that. I'm not strong enough to lift that. I like that kind of stuff. Yeah. I like doing the same thing with knowledges. Like, a lot of people have, excuse me, knowledge, religion, and stuff. I really like specializing. So, like, with my Dragoon, I will only roll knowledge, religion if it's dragon related. Like, that's it. Like, I just choose not to roll any other type of things. Because it's like, no, my character wouldn't give a crap about that. He wouldn't think about it that way. So, that's kind of a fun way to RP stats a little differently. Is to, like, very specialize in what you're doing with them. Roll for the landing. Yeah, but there's a difference between having 20 in dexterity and being able to, like, crouching tiger, hidden dragon, jump through a tree, and once again jumping to the moon. Like, it's one of those things that if you saw somebody like a Goliath, if you saw a Goliath with 20 strength walk up and pick something up that weighed 1,600 pounds, you would just, like, poo yourself because you would just be like, yeah, no, that is by the stats legitimate. But once again, like, if you saw somebody walk up and pick up like a tiny car, you would just be like, that guy's a god. Holy crap. Versus that guy walking up and picking up the moon, because a god can pick up the moon. That's not the same thing. Definitely not the same thing. Yeah. So you're right. It's kind of it is very much how it's worded, but it's 0, you're dead. 10 is average. 20 is, unbelievable. People would not believe that you could actually do it unless they saw it. Is how I kind of look at it. So either way, it is past 5 o'clock. I'm gonna take off for the evening. We got a little bit of work done here. We cleaned up some lights, and we'll fiddle with this more in the future, I think. But thanks again, everybody, for hanging out today. I do have some stickers going out in the mail in the next few days. Tomorrow will be another early stream, so it'll be at 10 o'clock. And yeah, we're going to have some fun stuff this week. There should be some videos coming out very soon. I have 2 of those in the works. Probably start filming a new one here next week, maybe or later in this week. We'll see how that goes. It is August, so we will have a new Patreon game starting up on hopefully around the 15th. Around the 15th is what we're aiming for. Next week, we'll start seeing who's available, and we'll try to make that happen again. That'll be a lot of fun. I will be posting the audio for those on Patreon. If you want to become a member there, you can check those out. As always, just have fun. It's hot out there. Stay cool, everybody. Be happy, be healthy. Keep your dice on the table, and oh man. Segue into saying goodbye. All of my friends know I have this YouTube channel, and I accidentally we were playing on Discord the other day, and I threw my dice, and it bounced, and it flew on the floor, and I was like, it went on the floor, and every single one of them yelled at me, keep your dice on the table, and I was like, great, that's the guy I've become. So, I don't know if I should be very flattered or embarrassed or upset about it, but it worked out. Yep, I'm the joke. I have become the butt, and we'll see what happens. So, thanks again, everybody. Once again, be happy, be healthy. Keep your dice on the table. Stay cool out there, and we'll see you later this week. We'll see you tomorrow.